What?
How's everybody doing out there?
She's all
That was Prince Rob.
She's doing good. She's doing really good, let me tell you. The panel sessions have begun for tonight, and oh my God, are we having so much fun.
Oh my God. I've been laughing. We filmed in 4 of them in a night, but obviously they're spread out over time. But we've just had such a great time, and we've had.
Which is why we're all wearing the same clothes. And
And Gabby had us crying earlier to the point where we had major tears. That's going to be for real material. But it was Gabby, just because she was next to me.
She's our guest.
Yeah, we've had a great time. So she actually came up with our show for tonight.
Yes.
Right?
Which is going to be a special one. We're going to be talking about the places we would want to visit and eat food from there.
Yes. So we're talking about worldwide.
Yes.
Global.
So I got one question. Is it somewhere we have not been yet?
Does you know what that would be nice? Something that you're yearning to go and try.
Yeah. I like it.
Right.
That's cool. I'm good. I'll let you start it off.
Yes. So this one's an easy one for me because I'm half Italian, so I've always wanted to go to Italy, especially for like spaghetti.
Is it the left leg?
What?
Is it the left leg up?
Yeah, just straight down the middle.
Or is it the belly?
But I heard they have really good gelato. One of my teachers went there to visit it, and she said that her and her son just ate gelato like the whole time they were there. So I really want to try like their homemade pasta, their pizza, and gelato. That would seal the deal for me. I really want to go there.
Yeah.
I've known a couple people that have gone to Italy for food, and they said the way everything tastes is just it's out of this world.
It is.
Wow. I can only imagine the sauces there.
Oh my God, they're unbelievable. I've been there 3 times.
Really?
And you know, you go to restaurants and you sit down, and sometimes the service takes a little bit longer, but it's literally homemade. You got Mama Celeste back there. Hey, you want some food? I bring you food. And you're sitting there. They bring you the French bread. They bring you, and next thing you know, you got a 74-course meal, and you've been there 2 hours, and you're like, how am I going to get out of here?
Yeah, there's nothing. You don't just jump in and out of the food.
Oh, no.
It's an experience.
It is.
See, I've never been. I would definitely want to.
Oh my God, eating in Italy is, you have to do it.
So I gotta ask, what was your favorite, like, hands down best thing you had?
And you have to answer sitting on your hands.
Can I amend that question?
Yes, of course.
What region were you in?
Oh.
Because Italy has different culinary regions.
Right.
Very nice.
So I was in the Piemonte region,
Okay.
which is northern Italy and Torino, and it's Piemontese. And the raviolis that I had there, ravioli sauce that they had was, it's unexplainable. It literally melted in your mouth. That's how good it was.
Wow.
Super cool.
And the steak, by the way, the steak is, they do steak so much different than we do. It's,
So they're offended by what we do.
yeah, very
Oh,
offensive.
really?
Oh yeah.
I see. Italy's on my bucket list for sure.
But anyway, okay.
Good one.
Gabby.
Yeah,
Yes.
what time you go?
Okay, I love trying anything. So I want to go to India. I started really getting into Indian food. I love
The curry.
the different curries, which I never used to as a kid.
Yeah.
If you told me that I was going to start liking Indian food, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah.
But I do. And the naan bread reminds me of a tortilla.
Yep.
Tortilla. Have you ever done
I
that?
have.
Yeah. So it's just so good. So I want to go to India and have some really good Indian made there, I think.
It amazes me how spicy their food
Yes.
is. I never would have thought.
Yes.
And you just kind of sit there and like, okay, that's good. And then, whoa, yeah, all right.
And they're like, yeah, that's the mild stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like sweating.
Oh yeah, dripping.
You know, right. I just went to Yuba City. I didn't know if you guys know that I came from Yuba City here. Yeah, and then there's a large Sikh community there.
Yes.
Okay.
And they have a festival once a year there that is amazing.
I think it's the largest tea festival in the United States,
That's
right?
correct. And thousands of people go there for the whole weekend. Like they feed like 5,000 to 10,000 people on the weekend, and all the food is free. Yes, they serve. They have all these big
Free
tents.
food?
It's
You're
all
talking
free
to the
food.
boys here.
Yes. You go to the Sikh festival on Fridays are their parade, and Saturdays, Sundays are festival. And you stand in line and you go into these different tents, and they hand you what would you like to try, and it's all for free to the public.
I haven't pulled a time out in a while. but timeout.
You're out of timeout.
Deal with it. Fat guys, free food, festival. Sounds like a party.
Yeah. The people, the Sikh community people, they're so kind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you genuinely, like, the energy is beautiful.
And they carry swords, that's cool.
Pardon me?
They carry swords and knives, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah. And then they have entertainment stuff like that you watch. And then they have a big old area that you, like a vending area
That's cool.
where you buy clothes or artwork and stuff like that. So, so I would really recommend it for anybody who wants to go to Yuba City to the Sikh Festival and have some amazing free food. These people are amazing.
So what country would you in?
India.
That's right, India. Allie. Italy. What do we got?
Go ahead, you got the last.
It's beaches and Caribbean food. I love Caribbean food. And the reason I like Caribbean food, but it's because of where the Caribbean was and the history of the Caribbean. It has spices from all over the world
Yeah, it really does.
that comes in. And so, like Cuban food is a different variation of it. But I think the Caribbean food, and I'm talking like your Jamaicas and all that stuff, but it's spicy, it's super flavorful. You can actually taste the different cultural influences from around the world. I love it.
Wow.
That's nice. Yeah, I like it. Good call.
Yeah. And they got pretty awesome beaches.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Food and beaches.
Yeah. Hello.
True
You
story.
know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna say 2 places that I've never been that I'd love to go try the food. First of all, I would definitely want to go taste what Chinese food is in China.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So
Good
it's
call.
it's a whole, and I'm always told by the people that are in the Chinese restaurants, this is not the food that we eat.
Yes.
Right.
And so I think I'd really like to go to China and try like real Chinese food. Now I don't know how scary that is or how it could be absolutely wonderful. So that's something I've always been kind of interested in. But that's really like because I love Chinese food. I'm a huge Chinese fan. The other one is purely on because of the events that they have out there, but tomatillo in Spain. And I would love to go eat in Spain and go be a part of the whole tomatillo where everybody's throwing tomatoes at each other. And so those
The
are
tomato festival.
the big tomato festival. So if they're into tomatoes and stuff, I'm probably in a great place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have to ask a question.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the paella or the actual tomatillo sauce?
So I don't know. I want to go experience Spain's food.
Yeah.
So the paella is actually pretty phenomenal. It comes in a big old pot for about 3 or 4 people with a bunch of different whatever you want in it basically and rice.
Right.
And it feeds like 3 or 4 people. It is, oh my God, so good. Just so you know.
So those are 2 that I would really like to see and try their foods in their lands. It's kind of like when I went to Ireland and I had a Guinness, and Guinness doesn't travel. So if you have a Guinness here, it tastes completely different.
Yes.
If you have a Guinness in Ireland.
Yeah.
It's the same concept for me. Is that I really love, and I want to do the running the bulls, by the way, which is I know says everything about me, but.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, but the Tomatillo Festival, the Tomato Festival, is something that I've always been really drawn to, and I wanted to go try that. And then Chinese food in China, I don't know, it's something in there that wants to
You know what I heard? That they don't have fortune cookies in China. That's
That's
American.
That's American thing.
Yeah.
Canadian is San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, funny story.
Okay.
My dad traveled to China lots of times. He was commodities trader for a while. And he was, having these dinners with all these fancy guys, and he was going to these restaurants, and same thing, he was exactly what you're describing.
Yeah.
It's totally different than what they serve here. And he fell in love with the soup, and he found out, I don't remember what the name of it was, but he found out, and he would order it everywhere he went. And these guys were really impressed that this American was eating this soup, because usually Americans don't eat this soup. It was goat eye soup.
Interesting.
Wow.
But he loved it. Like, he could not get enough of it.
Wow.
Yeah, and he didn't find out what it was until the very last day.
Right.
And so, like,
You didn't get to have the mental
right. So
thought about what it is.
yeah, so he literally, like, on the last day, they're like, he's like, what is in that soup? And they're like, it's goat eye soup. And he's like, okay, but it was delicious.
It's like, well, I can have some more.
Yeah, so it was just one of those cultural experiences where you didn't know what you were eating, but you just
Right.
loved the flavor of it. So I would love to experience that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I like it.
Well, that was cool. That's an interesting thought. Cool.
Okay, so I kind of have 2, and the reason why I have 2, one of them's kind of special, and the other one's kind of a to-do list, bucket list thing. But before I do that, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsor, Anchor by Spotify. Thank you guys very
Thank
much
you.
for being our sponsor. We appreciate you.
Yeah. We've got the Todd.
Lot of fun.
The
Real
Todd.
estate. So any real estate needs, give me a call. Information down below.
Yeah.
And
we've
we
got-
got Leanie's pictures, best photographer in the
Nice.
916. Go check her out on
Nice.
Instagram at Leanie's pictures.
But the pastries in Holland are supposed to be phenomenal. I've had some friends go over there and they said it was completely crazy good and phenomenal. So I don't know if it's because of
Everyone has the munchies, or
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's where I was just going to go.
There you go.
Anyway. And the next one is kind of something that's a little near and dear to our hearts here at What Up with Rob and Chris. He has no idea what I'm going to say, but it'd be Kenya. And the reason being is that I've always wanted to try something different, especially since the Daraja Academy
Absolutely.
interview. And with the Daraja Academy interview, we ended up sponsoring a young lady by the name of Mavis.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be pretty phenomenal, to be quite honest, for us to be able to go
Phenomenal with enough.
and enjoy a meal in Kenya. I don't know what they have, but I always also want to try antelope to see what it tastes like. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know if that would be correlation on how they would do food in Kenya, but that's kind of something that I would like to
It's
do.
really cool, and we've been invited to go.
Yeah.
So we are
that would
fully
be amazing.
invited to go
Wow.
to Kenya to experience Daraja. Daraja means bridge in Kenyan. And it's an amazing, go definitely watch that show with Jason Doherty, who started that with his wife and a friend, and what he's done for young women in Kenya is
Unbelievable.
Wow.
And
it's incredible.
I hope you guys do a show when you're there.
Well, we would, yeah.
oh yeah.
Absolutely. The girls are amazing, and they a lot of them come to the United States and get, they go to big time colleges and go back and become. So most of these girls, I mean, we're getting a little off topic on this, but they are usually
Yes.
Is that Muslim there? Are they?
My understanding is they're Muslim, Christian, Buddhists.
There's a mix.
Yeah, good mix.
But it's just an incredible thing where it's actually giving girls opportunities, and they just don't have enough spaces for girls. Even he says it kills me every year is the girls that he has to turn down.
Oh,
there.
wow.
So I understand where you're going with that. That's a good pick on going and experiencing the food in another country.
Yeah.
A very different country.
Yes.
So, and those were all really good. This was a good suggestion on the show. I really
absolutely.
And thank you
Thought
for
that was
being
great.
here. We love having you.
Thank
It
you.
was fun. I loved it.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
love you, man.
Amazing energy.
Yes. So from What Up, we want to thank you for being here. Thank you, Allie, who's definitely our leader and host for the past 4 shows.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Fun. We want to keep doing that because that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So we're deep here into like January, February. We've got the book that you put out there. And just a couple of things you're going to see with us over the holidays. So just thank you for joining us and being with us. Watch the old shows. Chris is really bringing up a lot of some of the old stuff that we did, but they're really strong and powerful and incredible people that we've interviewed. So look out for some more great things from What Up, and thank you for being here.
What up? Have a great day and a better tomorrow, folks.
Bye.